Hi everybody, welcome to Music Moves for Piano, Book 3, Unit 12A. We're going to start by moving in duple meter. And help me please chant macro beats on do. Do, 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 do. Micro beats on do day. Do day, do day, do day, do day. You chant macro beats, I chant micro beats. Do day, do day, do day, switch. Do, 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 do. You chant macro beats, I chant divisions. Do to data, do to data, do to data, switch. Do, 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 do. Echo me please. Ba, 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Do ta do day, do today do. Do ta do day, do ta do day. I'll chant a pattern, you name the function. Ba 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 ba. Division elongation. Ba 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 ba. Elongation because of the ba, 2 macro beats long. Ba 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 ba. Division elongation. Do day, do day, do. Elongation because of our do day. I'm going to sing a song called Fox Terrier. Bum 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 ba 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 bum bum bum. Would you please bounce using your hips and knees, but keep your feet planted? Bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 ba bum 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 ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum bum ba bum. Go ahead and join me in singing Volga Boatman. This was our song to sing last unit. Bum ba ba bum bum bum. Go ahead and pretend that you're big, gentle dogs swaying in a rowboat, and then name the meter when we're done. Bum ba bum, sing with me. Ba ba bum bum. Ba ba bum bum. Ba ba bum ba ba bum bum. It's amazing to me how the word gentle makes me just relax the muscles in my face. Just you feel that gentleness. And what is the meter of this song? It's in duple meter. We're going to do some tonal patterns in minor. I'm going to sing a pattern on bum, and I'd like for you to sing it on neutral syllables. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my handy dandy sheet here. And I think, let me just check and make sure, because suddenly, I don't remember. Yes, this is the first time we've done this in minor tonality. So I will sing, and I'd like for you to sing back on syllables. I'll sing with you, and just like we've done before in all of our previous units, I will put the paper up here when I sing it back. So if you want to try singing it back yourself without help, just hit mute when I sing it back, and you can do it yourself. La, do, mi, fa, mi, re, do, ti, si, la. So we're thinking particularly about la, do, mi, re, ti, si in several different octaves, and re, fa, la, or la, re, fa. So those are our chords we're listening for. All right, here we go. re, fa, mi, do, la. Bum, 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 bum. Re, fa, la, mi, la. Bum, 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 bum. Re, fa, re, mi, la, do. Bum, 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 bum. La, fa, re, mi, do, la. Bum, 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 bum. La, fa, la, mi, la. Bum, 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 bum. La, re, fa, mi, do, la. Bum, 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 bum. Fa, re, la, mi, mi. Bum, 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 bum. Fa, la, re, do, mi, la. Bum, 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 bum. Fa, re, fa, mi, la, do. Again, like in previous units, if you are having trouble focusing through all of those, you could do some of them now, come back to some of them later, continue coming to the same point in the video throughout the next couple of weeks. So you're continually practicing these. You can also listen to the pattern CD, to the track that is subdominant minor patterns in a neutral syllable, and then you would sing them back on tonal syllables. So several ways you can practice these things at home. We're going to learn our song to sing, which is London Bridge. So this is a song I'm sure you know well. So we're just gonna pull it apart, break it apart a little bit, like we did with Yankee Doodle. Go ahead and do a finger dance, please, while I sing this. Can you sing the starting tone syllable of the song? Ba, do, mi, so. Is this song in duple or triple meter? This is in triple meter. Can you echo this rhythm pattern, please? Do, day, do, echo me. Do, to do, day, do, day, do. Do, to do, day, do, day, do. Do, day. Do, day. Let's think about the function of each one now. Do, to do, day, do, do. Division elongation. Do, day. Elongation. So let's think about where these rhythm patterns occur in the song. Think about that first rhythm pattern. Do, to do, day, do. Just audiate the song and see if you can hear that rhythm pattern. So I gave you time to audiate the song in real time. If you were thinking at the same speed that we sang it, you may have gotten through the song much faster than that. There's nothing wrong with that. Often when we audiate things, it's a kind of sped up version. So don't feel like I got done too soon. That's totally fine and normal. So this rhythm pattern happens twice. Bum, 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 bum. Then something else. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Now let's listen for the other rhythm pattern. Do, 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 day. You may already know where it is. And just audiate the song and listen for that. Again, you may have gotten through that song a lot faster than I did just now. So it's right at the end. Do, 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 day. Is this song in major or minor tonality? It is in major tonality. Can you echo these tonal patterns, please? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Excuse me. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. On tonal syllables. So, la, so. So, la, so. So, re. So, re. Re, so. Re, so. Mi, do. Mi, do. Let's think about the function of each one of those tonal patterns. So, la, so. So that one is a multiple or a diatonic pattern. So could be tonic or dominant. La is from our subdominant. So we could call that a multiple or diatonic in the key. So, re. That one's a dominant pattern. Re, so. Another dominant pattern. Mi, do. A tonic pattern. Let's think about where those patterns occur in the song. How many times and where do you hear so, la, so? So that happens twice in the song. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. How about so, re, bum, bum? So it happens twice, and in both cases, it's a transition from one idea to the next idea. Bum, ba, 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 so, re, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 so, re. Now let's listen for re, so. So this one and the next pattern happen right at the end of the song. So this is the ending part of the song. Ba, 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 re, so, and then mi, do. Re, so, mi, do. Giving us our dominant tonic right at the end of the song. Go ahead and discover if the two phrases of the song are the same or different. So they both begin the same way, but they end differently. Go ahead and sing the song with me. And as we sing, I'm going to, let's see, we'll probably do do and ti, just because so is going to get pretty low. I will play our accompaniment. Ooh, how about this? I'm going to try it a little bit differently. So just sing the melody with me. If you're hearing either tonic or dominant chords in your head, go ahead and just try thinking through what that might sound like, and then I'll show you what we could do after that. Okay, so sing with me and start thinking through where you think we could put a tonic chord or a dominant chord. Bum, 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 sing with me. Ba, ba, bum, 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 bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. So if you had an idea, see how it matches up. Bum, 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 sing again. Ba, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum. And go ahead and sing this root harmony with me. We'll sing on do and ti. Do, do, ti, do, 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 ti, do. Let's do that again, and I'll play the melody while we do that. Bum, 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 sing with me. Do, do, ti, do, 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 ti, do. Let's not do triple meter because this is part A and part B. So we're going to do some keyboard things. So I'm already seated. Go ahead and get yourself to the keyboard. Sit nice and tall, check your distance. And we're going to start in book 3. We're looking at the first page of unit 12. Before we look at anything that's on this page, we're going to review something. So we're going to play intervals from the tonic of a D major scale. Now this is a little bit different. So let's start with just the intervals in a pentascale, and just for fun we'll do the other intervals as well. Go ahead and sing the syllables after we play. So you can play with me or just listen and sing. Either way is fine. Do, re, do, mi, do, fa, do, sol. Just for fun, let's go up to the others. Do, la, do, ti, do, do. And I know we've never done do, la, do, ti, do, do before. So if you're having trouble finding those on the piano, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just getting our feet right with that a little bit. So let's look at the number 1. We're going to skip this part on the right side, just like we did in the last unit. So we're going to look at number 1 over here on the left side of the page. Review the A major scale, tonic, dominant, tonic, melodic cadence, and tonic arpeggio. Review the F sharp minor, tonic, dominant, tonic, melodic cadence, and tonic arpeggio. So this is from our last unit, unit 11. And here's what I'd like you to add. So start by looking at page 35. So you were already doing everything for the tonic arpeggio. For the A major melodic cadence, I'd like for you to add separated, connected, and sing syllables. So if you weren't already doing those things, go ahead and mark those down. Go ahead and practice that now. On the A major scale, for each hand, if you were not already doing this, add separated style. Go ahead and practice that now. For harmonic minor tonality even lies F sharp. You already did everything for the tonic arpeggio, so for the melodic cadence, add separated and connected style and sing syllables. So go ahead and practice those now. If you had any trouble with any of those, please let me know. We will look at that at the group class check-in. And then number 2, back on page 38, play tonic, subdominant, dominant, tonic arpeggios when C is do and G is do. So we're continuing to practice these just with little snippets at a time instead of practicing all of them. So let's go ahead and play our tonic, subdominant, dominant, tonic arpeggios when C is do. sing do, fa, sol, do. And then we're going to play when G is do. Go ahead and play those when C is do if you didn't just play with me. And then let's do G major. We'll play. And we can sing those roots as well. Do, fa, sol, do. Go ahead and play that now if you did not just play with me. And then number 3, play major triads on all piano keys. We're continuing to practice this. You just want this to be second nature. So easy. So instead of having you play all of them right now, you get another pop quiz. I keep giving you all of these. So here we go. Play F sharp major, just the triad. So you can play it this way. You can play it this way. You can play however you want to play it. There's F sharp major. Play E flat major. Play C sharp major. I'm just playing them like this to give you plenty of time, whichever way you choose to play it. Let's do B major. A flat major. And B flat major. So go ahead and continue to practice every day playing all the major triads, however it is that you want to practice them. You can play them blocked, you can play them broken, you can play the two hands, one and then the other. Just continue to practice all the major triads every day in this next couple of weeks. Probably won't take very long. Continue to practice the tonic, subdominant, dominant, tonic arpeggios when C is do and when G is do. Then let's go ahead and look at the exploration, creativity, improvisation. We're looking at number 1 over here. We have another song from book 2 that we're going to transpose. So this one is Russian Folk Song 2. So I'm going to take a quick look and find this in book 2. There we go. So it's on page 38. So here's Russian Folk Song 2. I'll play it a couple of times. I'll have you play it with me. Then we're going to transpose. I won't forget this time. And we will accompany the melody with chord changes and change the tonality and meter. Lots of stuff to do. So we're in minor tonality. La is D. Melody starts on mi. La, do, mi. Duple meter. Do, de, do. Here I go. So remember at the beginning we have mi, do, and then re, ti, and then do, la, all right in a row. It's like a little bitty pattern and sequence that continues. Mi, do, re, ti, do, la. Go ahead and pause and practice this if you need to. Then go ahead and play the melody with me. I'll play our chord changes just so you can hear those. I'll play them on la and mi. Bum, 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 play with me. So let's go ahead and transpose this. This was in D minor. Let's play it in E minor. Go ahead and play an E minor pentascale. play just the melody. Bum, 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 play with me. This time, can you go ahead and play the chord changes as well? So you mean La for tonic, Mi for dominant. Bum, 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 play with me. Let's play now in C sharp minor. When E is Do, C sharp is La. It's our relative minor to E major. C sharp minor. Go ahead and find this, pause if you need to, and get ready to play. Do, day, do, play with me. And lastly, for our transposition, let's play it in F sharp minor. This is what we've just been working on. It's the relative minor of A major. So when A is Do, F sharp is La, relative minor. So go ahead and play your F sharp minor pentascale. You can play Springtime 1, which is based on the pentascale. Go ahead and get ready in F sharp minor. Then let's play. Do, day, do, play with me. Let's now change the tonality. So we have been playing it in minor. Let's play it in major tonality. So let's play it in E major. Go ahead and use the chord changes as well. Do and sol, La and Mi become Do and sol. Bum, 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 play with me. And then let's change the meter. So we're going to play in D minor again. So do-da-dee-do, here we go. Go ahead, each day this week, find some keys to transpose. Russian folk song 2, that was a very interesting way to end a sentence with a preposition. And also change the tonality and meter. So we played in E major today. You could play in any other major key other days. You can play in triple meter in different keys. You could play in triple meter in C sharp minor or in triple meter in E major. So that will change the sound as well. So practice all of that. And then we're going to look at some other things that are not in your book. So the first thing is a really cool exploratory type sound. We've done some of this before, but this only works if you have an acoustic instrument. If you have an electric instrument, you will not get quite the same sound. So if you have an electric instrument, you could press your damper pedal down to do this activity that we're about to do. It won't be quite the same effect, but you'll have some sort of sustain. So for those of you who are on acoustic instruments, press and hold a hand or an arm silently on some keys, any keys. Improvise a short idea with the other hand using any black or white keys. that's a really interesting one on this one because I improvised using mostly black keys and I'm holding down all white keys. So the overtones that you hear are not very consonant. So it's a pretty dissonant sound coming out of the piano. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, is the note that you're hearing most. So we could do now you get this lovely, beautiful C major chord. So it's really interesting, the overtones that you hear doing this activity. So go ahead and try that. You'll probably find it most effective if the keys that you're holding down are lower than the keys that you're using to improvise, but you can try it the other way as well. You will still get some reverberation, but you're probably going to get more if you go the other direction. Second activity, think about a short rhythm pattern or different short rhythm patterns. Oh, this was part of the first one. Okay, so let's do a little bit more with that same activity, but think about short rhythm patterns in duple meter or triple meter when you're improvised. So instead of just jabbing around at different notes, think about a rhythm pattern before you start. So go ahead and play around with this, holding some keys down silently, but make sure that you have some kind of rhythm patterns in duple or triple meter. And then we're going to look at some review. Today reviewing units 11 and 12. We already looked at pages 35 through 37, the major tonality when Do is A and La is F sharp. We're also reviewing our keyboard skills on page 34, the chromatics, the half steps. So we're doing a couple of different things. We're thinking about the sounds of chromatic notes. To me, this is a sound that's a little bit difficult to audiate, except in the context of a major scale or a minor scale. So if it's not in the context of a scale, I have a difficult time personally audiating half steps accurately. So you're practicing playing chromatic sounds or half steps from black keys or white keys, and then also the chromatic scale. You can start on basically any note. The big thing to practice is where do you put the pointer finger? That's the big question. Here we go. 2 white keys in a row. So continue to practice that chromatic scale fingering and continue to show that to me as we do our review. Then looking back in Unit 10, we've got a couple of things that we're looking at. So do look at page 31. We're continuing to practice the triads in 3 positions. So one thing that you can do this week when you practice is you can pick a key. Let's say you're going to pick C major. And you can play the root position first and second inversion chords for the tonic chord, the subdominant chord, and the dominant chord in that key. So for C major, do, mi, so, do, mi. And then there's our subdominant chord. Fa, la, do, fa, la. Then your dominant chord. So, ti, re, so, ti. So you could pick each day 1 or 2 keys and then play the 3 positions of the 3 chords in that key. Now I did that all with my right hand. You could do, perhaps pick 2 keys and do the second key, all of it with your left hand. So you could do E major. We do our tonic chord. Do, mi, so, do, mi, and so on. So that's a way to practice those this week that might be a little bit different than how you've been practicing them. Then we're also looking at cuckoo and girls and boys come out to play. So on cuckoo, I actually, honestly, I don't know. Is it cuckoo or is it cuckoo? Those sounded basically the same when I said that, but is the accent on the first or the second syllable? I don't know. I need to look that up at some point. So we're going to put this in a new tonality and a new meter. So I would like for you to go ahead and play this with me, and then I'll have you try this in a new tonality. Triple meter, major tonality, do is E. Melody starts on so. Bum, ba, bum, play with me. So go ahead and play this in a new tonality. You can play just the melody in a new tonality, or you can also notice that there's only, if you're playing, for example, in E minor, there's only one note that's going to change. La, ti, do, that one. Re, re. So the tonic chord will be an E minor chord. So go ahead and try putting the melody in E minor and maybe also the harmony. And then let's try putting this in a new meter. We thought about this before, about how to manage some of these rhythms. Bum, 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 ba, ba, bum, 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 ba, 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 bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, 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 ba, ba, bum, bum. There are definitely different ways to do this. This is just the way that I hear it most quickly. Do, day, do, here we go. Absolutely, that's not the only way to do it, but that's just the first way that I'm hearing it. And if you want, you could do an accompaniment in duple as well. So you can try that as well if you want to. Go ahead and play this in duple meter. Make sure you mark down both of those things with today's date. Looking over at Girls and Boys Come Out to Play, we're doing the same thing, new tonality and new meter, which means if we play it in a new tonality, we're going to have two different keys, just like when it was in major tonality. So let's get a couple of keys that we've played both of these. So let's start in A minor. So if that La becomes our new B, then play B, do, La. We can also do So let's do that, and let's play it with the accompaniment as well, just because it's just La and C. So we're going to play this in A minor. Go ahead and play. You can play just the melody first, or you can play both parts together. And go ahead and play this with me. Do da dee do, play with me. And then go ahead and think of this La as your new Mi, and think Mi, do, La. Play that. If you can, also add the accompaniment. Here we go. play the accompaniment just now, then go ahead and play this again. If you were just listening, take some time now and practice that in minor tonality. And then we're looking at a new meter, so we're going to go back to our original G major. Why don't you go ahead and play this with me in duple meter? Just see what you come up with. Do, day, do, play with me. Play in C major. So if you were listening to my part, both of those, there were two different ways to do the rhythm near the end. I was thinking you could do bum 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 ba da dum or bum bum ba da da. Either way is going to work. So go ahead and play this. If you didn't already, go ahead and play this in duple meter. And make sure you mark both of those things down. And we have a new song to learn today. This is either reasonably familiar or very, very familiar, depending on how long you've been in this series. We've done this as a song to sing, but if you were in the keyboard games books, this was one of the songs that we sang all the time in the keyboard games books as well, getting us ready for this wonderful moment that we can add more to our repertoire from this song. So I'm going to play this. This is Leaves Are Falling. Move to macro beats, and then decide if the micro beats are moving in duple or triple. Now, this is in triple meter. You may have had a hard time finding where the beat is for this song. I've seen lots of different ideas over where the beat could be in this song. And if you notice, the very beginning is not a strong beat. So this starts with a rhythm pattern that we have not done patterns for yet. This is getting us ready for things in the future. This is an upbeat pattern. It starts dee ta do da, dee ta do da, dee ta do da, dee ta do. If you're thinking of it that way, which is how it's notated here as well. So dee ta do da, dee ta do da, dee ta do da, dee ta do. So it doesn't start on do. That would be what we call the downbeat. It starts on an upbeat. So if you're having trouble finding where that beat was, that's probably why. Go ahead and name the tonality of this song. This is minor tonality. Can you audiate the resting tone? La, la. Echo these rhythm patterns, please. Just chanted these. Dee ta do da, dee ta do da, dee ta do da, dee ta do da. Dee ta do da, dee ta do, dee ta do da, dee ta do. So let's label these patterns. So upbeat is a category. We're going to not think about that category. Think about other things that are in these rhythm patterns. Dee ta do da, dee ta do da. So besides the upbeat, this is a division pattern. In the second pattern, dee ta do da, dee ta do. That second pattern, besides the upbeat, is an elongation or a division elongation pattern, because we elongate do. Go ahead, we're going to chant these two rhythm patterns as a question and answer response. So I'm going to chant the first rhythm pattern, and I'd like for you to respond with dee ta do da, dee ta do. Here we go. dee-ta-doo-da, 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 dee-ta-doo. Now we're going to switch. You do the first one. Ready, chant. Dee-ta-doo-da, 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 dee-ta-doo. You notice if we have this kind of question and answer response with the rhythm patterns, one of them moves into the other. So it's not dee-ta-doo-da, 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 dee-ta-doo. We never chant that way. So one is moving in a certain direction and then the other one picks up where the first rhythm pattern left off. It's like you pass the baton. So we're going to do it one more time. I'm going to do the first rhythm pattern and I'd like for you to try to pick up where I left off to do that second rhythm pattern. Ready? I'll start. Dee-ta-doo-da, 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 dee-ta-doo. It's so much more interesting and effective. And this is a very high level skill that you're going to continue to cultivate across your musical life, especially when you are in ensemble with other people, like in band, in choir, in a small group, particularly in a small group where you are the one who's handing the phrase. But sometimes your entire section will hand off a phrase to someone else. All right, enough about that. Let's think about some tonal patterns. La, mi, do, la, si, la. Echo these, please, and then we're going to think about where they are in the song. Do, mi, do, mi, la, mi, la, mi, la, mi, la. Just think about where that first pattern is in the song. Do, mi. So it happens twice right near the beginning. Ba ba do mi, ba ba do mi. How about la mi? So that one happens near the end. It's getting us ready for our last phrase end. Ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum, la la mi. Which is going to take us all the way back down to la for our last phrase, and then mi, la. So this is our transitional pattern. This is taking us between ideas. Ba ba bum, mi, la ba bum, mi, la ba bum, bum, ba ba bum. So we have two patterns that end on mi, and the next one starts on la. Go ahead and turn in your book, if you're not here already, to page 39. We're going to take a look at Leaves Are Falling. Read the music information box with me. This is in triple meter, minor tonality, la is E, and the melody starts on la. We're going to play the E minor tonic, dominant, tonic arpeggios. Here we go. And let's play Springtime 1 in E minor. I know we do this all the time. What this really does is helps us to hear the tonality before we start to play. So this is very helpful even when you're practicing at home to play something in E minor before you start to play Leaves Are Falling. So you get E minor in your ears. So let's play and sing some tonal patterns from the song. Sit in the middle of the keys you're going to need to use to play in the middle of the piano. Do, mi, la, mi, la. So go ahead and think the starting piano key. You can use either hand for this. And we're going to practice the finger movements for the first two macro beats. So thinking the rhythm pattern while we play. Do, da, dee, da, do, da. So let's go ahead and try that chanting while we play. Ready, play now. Dee-ta-doo-da. Think how your whole hand moves across that, how your arm balances behind your hand as you move. Dee-ta-doo-da, dee-ta-doo-da. So let's play those together one more time. Ready, play now. Dee-ta-doo-da. Now let's play the second phrase. We're starting on la la mi. And notice the 5-finger pattern. And then our rhythm pattern. Dee-ta-doo-da, dee-ta-doo. Play with me. Dee-ta-doo-da, dee-ta-doo. And notice how that feels. You have that big leap from la to mi, and then the 5-finger pattern down to the end. Go ahead and play the whole piece with me. Do da dee do. Play with me. Dee ta doo da, dee ta doo da, dee ta doo da, dee ta doo. Again. Dee ta doo da, dee ta doo da, dee ta doo. I'm gonna play with it as a duet with you. Ready, play now. I'm just going to show you the tonic and dominant changes. Just La for tonic, Mi for dominant. Go ahead and play those chord changes with me. If you can play both hands together. Ready, play now. We're going to do the entire accompaniment later in a review time. So for today, what you're marking off on the checklist is melody in your right hand. Make sure you play your melody in your left hand if you just played in your right hand, and vice versa. So melody in both hands, and that's all for that for today. So we're going to wrap this up and do our assignments for today. Assignment number 1. Pattern CD, track 27, a new track, and your audio tracks 23 through 25. That's the song to sing. And also, Leaves Are Falling and Handkerchief Dance, which we're doing next time. Assignment number 2, our keyboard geography and technique over here, page 38, numbers 1 through 3. Assignment 3, the improv over here, left side, number 1, all this stuff with Russian folk song 2, which if you need to write that down, it's in your book 2, page 38. And I don't have that over here in my notes. So book 2, page 38. Assignment number 4, review units 10 through 11. Assignment number 5, Leaves Are Falling, page 39. And assignment number 6, we're going to look over at page 64 at our Old Castle project. And whichever project 3 or 4 you did not do last time, do the other one. So if you did project 3 last time, do project 4. If you did project 4, do project 3. So whichever one is left from 3 or 4 on the Old Castle project. Thank you very much for joining me for Music Moves for Piano, Book 3, Unit 12A, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.